we have actually gotten for you the author of the very first joke book, all the way from ancient Greece. Let's hear it for Philogrios.
It's great to be here. How's everyone doing tonight? Joke I. An idiot asks a silversmith to make him a lamp. The smith asks, how big? The idiot replies, big enough for 8 people to see by. Joke I. Did you hear about the man that heard onions and cabbage make wind? So he tied them to his boat sail. I was told to wear my whitest sheet in Indiana. A guy with bad breath is always looking up to the heavens and praying. Zeus asks him to pray to the gods of the underworld. An idiot's father falls ill and asks that his friends buy wreaths for the funeral tomorrow. When the father does not die, his friends become very annoyed. The idiot replies, come back and wear your wreaths tomorrow. I'll bury him either way. A man sees another man hanging on a cross and exclaims, good heavens, he's not running anymore, he's flying. Speaking of crosses, Jesus is in the news. Have you heard about this guy? Very popular with the ladies. You know why women love Jesus? Because he's hung like this. A doctor orders a fat man to a diet of wheat and water, or oats and water if he cannot find the wheat. Misunderstanding him, the glutton replies, fine, and if I can't find any goats, I'll eat 2 kids instead. A guy is teasing his friend and says, I screwed your wife last night. The friend replies, as her husband, I have to. What's your excuse? What do Oedipus Rex and Samuel L. Jackson have in common? They're both bad motherfuckers. Joke XVIII. A man owes someone a donkey and doesn't have one, so he says he will repay him in 2 installments. Fucking plebeians. A man comes back from overseas and goes to see a psychic about his family. The psychic says, they're all well, even your father. And the man replies, but my father is dead. The psychic says, well then you don't know your real father. At a woman's funeral, a stranger asks, who is resting here? The widower replies, I am, now that she's gone. Now for the 7 words you cannot say in the amphitheater. Did you hear the one about the idiot who wanted to know what he looked like while he was sleeping? He looked in a mirror and closed his eyes. Are you not entertained? A guy with bad breath decides it's time to commit suicide, so he wraps his head and exhales. A hairdresser asks the man, "How shall I cut your hair?" And the man replies, in silence. And now the history of the United States as told through snack foods. Olives. That is all. Have you ever noticed how Greek people be different from Egyptian people? Greek people walk like this. Egyptian people walk like this. I wrote these first. Keep that in mind. Why do they sound hacky? They're fucking mine. Part of my favorite thing of going to the gladiator games is being a gladiator heckler. I say gladiator. Gladiator. I haven't been this bored since the Saints fought the Lions. A young man says to his wife, "Do you want to eat breakfast or have sex?" His wife replies, "Do whatever you want, but we're all out of food." I'll be selling togas after the show that says, "Do you want to have sex or breakfast?" Thank you, Pete.